welcome to the pregame show brought to you by Recruitlings. I'm Kyle Smith, along with the Benet Academy head coach, Andrew Schlie. The start of the Chicago Catholic League season. We're at home, Seven Bridges Ice Arena, Benet hosting Mount Carmel. You took care of these guys very well last year, but that's last year. Now this is this year. Mount Carmel, they're hungry. What's it going to take to fight off that hunger?
Well, they've got a new coach. They've got a renewed sense of purpose, and no matter what happens, Mount Carmel's a 20-time Kennedy Cup champion. You can never take them lightly. I'm hoping our guys are up for the challenge.
Carrick Landos, he has a new number this year. He's going by 9 today instead of 12. I don't know if that's going to factor into the final result, but what's it going to take to contain him today?
You know, we just got to stick to our fundamentals, and we've been working on that a lot this year, just keeping our game ahead of us and not coming behind players. I'm optimistic that we're going to play a strong defensive game. I'm more worried about us figuring out a way to put the puck in the net.
Who's between the pipes tonight?
Ben Ciesla's going to get the start.
Final thoughts about the game. It's exciting, right? It's a little bit colder outside, which means hockey, it's on its way.
It's on its way, and this is the start of a brand new campaign for Benet. We've got one goal, and it just starts today.
Keep winning, right?
That's right.
That's Andrew Schlie. We're going to take a break. More hockey action coming up next.
Alex Dentice, Jr., winger, class of 2026.
Alex Karras, Jr., defenseman, class of 2026.
Ava Christensen, Senior, goalie, class of 2025.
Ben Ciesla, Senior, goalie, class of 2025.
Cade Rosenthal, Senior, defenseman, class of 2025.
Carson Stone, Junior, winger, class of 2026.
Danny Quinlan, Senior, winger, class of 2025.
Davin Frasco, Senior, defenseman, class of 2025.
Evan Petratos, Senior, winger, class of 2025.
Hudson Holwick, Senior, center, class of 2025.
Hudson Schlie, Senior, center, class of 2025.
Jimmy Cannon, Senior, defenseman, class of 2025.
Joe Eide, Junior, center, class of 2026.
Joel Koehn, sophomore, goalie, class of 2027.
Luca DiCosola, Senior, center, class of 2025. Luca Alpeter, Junior, winger, class of 2026.
Michael O'Rourke, Senior, defenseman, class of 2025.
Nico sophomore, defense, class of 2027.
Nikolas Hensel, Junior, winger, class of 2026.
Owen Ryle, freshman, winger, class of 2028.
Tommy Dusek, senior, winger, class of 2025.
Tommy Rogowski, sophomore, defense, class of 2027.
Vinny Poro, senior, winger, class of 2025.
Coach Andrew Schlie, 15th season at Benet, 1990 St. Rita graduate.
Coach Drew Tierney, Benet 2003 grad, 17th year coaching for Benet Academy.
Michael Frada, this is my rookie year coaching, and I am a former alum under Andrew Schlie at AWF Renegades.
Josh McKay, goalie coach with the Benet Red Wings for over 10 years.
Brian's Garage Door Solutions. 25 years of expert residential and commercial garage door design, sales, and service, and almost 1,000 5-star Google reviews. Tate Enterprises. Design and remodeling for kitchens, basements, bathrooms, whole house, and home additions. Max Heads Custom Kick Drum Heads. Design online, upload, create, rock. If you're in a band, you need a Max Head.
Hi, my name is Brian Koehn. I am the president of Soccer 2000. We are a soccer specialty store located in Downers Grove. We specialize in servicing club uniforms and a personalized retail experience. Soccer 2000 has an exclusive team center that includes a wide variety of uniform kits to help your club choose the next kits that will make you guys look great on the field. Contact us at 630-241-9500 or find us online at soccer2000.com.
Did you know that you can advertise your business on our live streams? You sure can. Contact us about the numerous advertising opportunities we offer to local businesses during our sports live streams. Build brand awareness, engage customers, and support your local sports teams. Contact us for more information.
It's the pros. That means hockey season. It's on its way, and it starts today, baby. It's Benet Academy against Mount Carmel. It's a Mount Carmel team. They're hungry, buddy. They lost 6-0 and 8-1 to this Benet team last year here at Seven Bridges Ice Arena. What's it going to take for a dub? First things first, you got to score at least 2 goals. There's only one way you can win a hockey game with 1 goal, and that's 1-0.
Yeah, and it's going to be hard to definitely shut out this Benet offense. You know, being back at Seven Bridges Arena, I'd imagine they're going to be pretty invigorated, ready to get out there on the ice like they usually are. Mount Carmel has a tall task ahead of them today. They had trouble with this Benet team last year, of course. Coming out here today, I mean, you got to start the season off strong, right, partner?
What are the keys to victory for Benet today? We all know about Hudson Schlie, right? We know about Hudson Holwick, but what about these other guys? We're going to see some new faces. No more Jeremy DeWilkins, no more Jack Vogt. We do have a freshman on Bennett's team this year, and Joel Koehn, he will not play today, at least not as a starting goalie. He's now a sophomore. 1 freshman. We're going to see some underclassmen, as well as the upperclassmen we saw last season.
Yeah, we know the weapons of this Benet team, like you said, and Hudson Schlie and everybody else that is returning from last year. It's really going to take effort from the unsung heroes of this team. Just a holistic effort all across the board, whether it's we're talking on the offensive side, stopping this Mount Carmel attack on the defensive side. It's really just going to take everybody today. Yeah, we know the usual faces, but who else is going to step up big today?
My prediction, I think it's going to be a Benet 4-1 win. It's a Mount Carmel team. Look, they have circled this game all season. You know, we talk a lot about in the NFL. Once that schedule comes out, early April, you're circling game one because you can prepare for that for 6-9 months. Kind of same thing here, right? The season ends in April. Then the schedule comes out in June or July. Mount Carmel circled that because they were embarrassed by this Red Wing team last season. Nobody likes getting embarrassed. Carrick Landos, he's wearing number 9. It's a late edition, not number 12. So how does that factor into today, if at all, if he scores?
Yeah, I mean, him and the entire Mount Carmel team in general, this is definitely a hungry team. I think it's a team still searching for their identity, and coming out here and making a strong effort today would really help them to pursue that. At the same time, though, you know, Bennett's pretty good at this whole hockey thing, right? So I do see you had the 4-1 prediction. I do think that Mount Carmel's going to put up 2 goals, but I think the Bennett attack's too much. So I see a 5-2 victory for the Red Wings today.
Which I think that would be somewhat of a plus. It's a new coaching staff for Mount Carmel. Obviously, they want the win. If it gets to a 1-goal lead late in the game for Benet, that's advantage Mount Carmel because they have nothing to lose, everything to gain. Benet, they got to defend their home ice because it just gets tougher from here on out.
Yeah. Seven Bridges Ice Arena, in front of your home fans. Great way to start the season strong, and I hope to see you today.
We're going to take a break. More hockey action coming up next.
Brian's Garage Door Solutions. 25 years of expert residential and commercial garage door design, sales, and service, and almost 1,000 5-star Google reviews. Tate Enterprises. Design and remodeling for kitchens, basements, bathrooms, whole house, and home additions. Max Heads Custom Kick Drum Heads. Design online, upload, create, rock. If you're in a band, you need a Max Head.
Hi, my name is Brian Koehn. I am the president of Soccer 2000. We are a soccer specialty store located in Downers Grove. We specialize in servicing club uniforms and a personalized retail experience. Soccer 2000 has an exclusive team center that includes a wide variety of uniform kits to help your club choose the next kits that will make you guys look great on the field. Contact us at 630-241-9500 or find us online at soccer2000.com.
Did you know that you can advertise your business on our live streams? You sure can. Contact us about the numerous advertising opportunities we offer to local businesses during our sports live streams. Build brand awareness, engage customers, and support your local sports teams. Contact us for more information.
I knew the minute I walked in the door I wanted to be a Red Wing. I could just feel it.
Involved at Benet. Whether it's sports, clubs, academic teams, or campus ministry, there's something for everyone.
And you don't have to choose just one. Coaches and teachers are great about working with you if you want to do multiple things.
It encourages you to strive for excellence in everything you do, academics, athletics, and service.
It's nice to be around other kids who are as driven
From Seven Bridges Ice Arena in Woodridge, Illinois, it's Benet Red Wings hockey versus Mount Carmel. Livestream brought to you by Recruitlings. Here we go!
Good evening, everybody. I'm Kyle Smith, along with Andrew Diedrich, as Mount Carmel, the visiting team, is here at Seven Bridges to take on Benet Academy. My partner, Andrew, has the starting lineup for Mount Carmel. Andrew, what do you got?
I will start with the Benet lineup. Are you going to go with the Mount Carmel lineup? We're figuring it out as we go, folks.
All right, here's Mount Carmel's lineup.
All right, I'll go ahead and hit that. Thank you. Starting for the Mount Carmel Caravan, we have number 65, forward Andrew Flood. Number 12, forward Carrick Landos. Number 29, forward Vinny Chiocci. On defense, Zach Tengelson, number 73. Another defender, Blaine Bertalmio, number 17. And in the goal is number 48, Alex Urban.
Okay,
now,
and here is the starting lineup for the Benet Academy Red Wings. That's brought to you by Recruitlings. For Benet, it'll be the center, Hudson Schlie. Between the pipes, Benjamin Ciesla. Gianluca DiCosola will be out there, as well as Alex Karras. And the other defenseman should be Michael O'Rourke. Now, sometimes they make late changes right before the game starts, but that should be the starting lineup for Benet, brought to you by Recruitlings. We talked about a lot in the pregame show, Andrew. A Mount Carmel team, they've been looking forward to this all season long. What's going to happen tonight? Get ahead, stay ahead, right? They tried that last year. They scored the first goal against Benet, and then 8 unanswered goals in a blowout victory for the Red Wings.
Yeah, definitely have to, like you said, get on it, stay on it. I don't really know exactly what this attack's going to look like. I really hope to see an aggressive approach, try to match how fiery at times this Benet offense can look. Either way, we're definitely in for a great game here at Seven Bridges Ice Arena for the season opener.
My prediction, 4-1. Your prediction is 5-2. But that's why we don't have the crystal ball in front of us. Anything could happen, right? But here we go. 17 minutes of CCHL hockey as Benet Academy looks to get their first win in as many games this season. In first place is the Notre Dame Dons. They're 2-0. They've been fabulous between the pipes. Andrew, in their first 2 games, it's very early, Notre Dame College Prep, between the pipes, between their 2 goalies, 57 saves on 58 shots.
Woo. Yeah, I don't think you need to be a hockey aficionado to know how impressive that is, and especially in the CCHL and this new expanded CCHL, might I imagine, seeing that Notre Dame's now in the conference. You start out strong with that defensive effort, it's going to get people's heads turning.
And it looks like for Mount Carmel, Alex Urban will get the start. Like we've said, sometimes they make late changes, but Alex Urban, he was on the starting lineup to start the game. The new coaching staff for Mount Carmel, they decided to go with that. And here we go, Hudson Schlie, the first faceoff.
He will be opposed by the fellow centerman and Andrew Flood as one late touching of the gloves from Mount Carmel and their starting netminder and Alex Urban. As you can see, Benjamin Ciesla on camera. And here we go. At left wing is Owen Ryle. And the opening face-off is won by the Red Wings. That's a good way to start. Having the puck briefly was Nico DiCosola, now into the Mount Carmel zone. At the hash mark, bouncing it off the board, trying to get to neutral ice. Picked up by DiCosola. Turnaround pass off the boards as he was finding Ryle. Ryle at the blue line, still in the neutral zone, played off the boards. As some tie-up action that time by Cchl. And back into Benet's zone. Off the board, trying to play it off the blue line that time. It was off the stick of Carson Stone. And now in the slot, played by the Red Wings. Sending it up to the blue line. Off the boards, Mount Carmel after it. That's Blaine Bartolomeo and Schlie in the slot. In the slot, that shot saved. And then after it right now is Garvey. So a quick line change as it was off the stick of Ciesla. After it on the forecheck was Emmett Carr. Early on, partner, Mount Carmel, we thought that they would be aggressive early on, and they certainly do in that early on.
Definitely seen that aggression we talked about, and that's a great way for them to come out, especially in the first game of the season, kind of establish that identity we were looking to see them get out and get after.
We have stats for you today, brought to you by cchl.us. Here we go. Cole Alessi, 1 game played. Grayson Zuzaki, Drew Spencer, and Noah Masek. It's been a tough start for Masek. He's got a GAA close to 3. 10 goals against on 82 shots. Leading the way, the 2 netminders. We talked about it. Michael Pulak and Michael Mulak. They are combined 57 for 58 as that puck won by Mount Carmel. That shot, Ciesla might have gotten a stick on it. Meanwhile, it's behind Ciesla, played by the Red Wings as they break it out quickly. At neutral ice, here comes the Red Wings. They get it into the zone, and it's out behind Urban. Played at the corner, as was off the stick that time of Kolke. Then over to neutral ice. After it right now is Cannon. Cannon played in his own zone, trying to get it off the boards. Reading it well that time was number 13 in Milnicki. And then over to the corner. Benet trying to get it out. It was off the stick briefly of Rogowski. Trying to bounce it off the boards. Good job keeping it in that time by McClellan. And then out to the point. A little flip shot into the glove of Ciesla, and we stop play at 15:09.
Really good to see Ciesla be active here in the first thing, get a couple pucks thrown his way. I think he has a little bit to prove as the Benet goalkeeper. You know, we had a cycle of different people between the pipes for Benet last year, and I'm really excited to see what Ciesla can do this year.
He got the majority of the starts, but in that playoff game, now that was more to give him rest, but they went to Joel Koehn, and he was fabulous. And that was that interesting game where the opposing netminder for Highland Park, he would reach over to his blocker side, and he would use his glove, and he played an excellent game, but Benet won that home playoff game. That's a nice hit to start off the hitting for both teams. As after it was Frasco, still near Ciesla, out behind the net. Karras as a breakout pass, past the blue line into neutral ice. Getting it past the defender. It was past the stick of Ryan. Out behind Urban. Played right now by Dusek as he couldn't get the wraparound he wanted. Tie-up action as Poro after it. He's tied up behind the net. Doing a good job there was Groen. Off to the hash mark and a huge hit delivered by Karras.
That's our buddy Alex Karras. That's the enforcer. He's going to make his presence known on the ice all day.
Out near the blue line, only issue with him, he's in the box a little bit too much for my liking. Can he avoid the box today?
We will see. At the very least, we know he's going to get some big hits, and he will make his presence known.
Alpeter had it. Now out to Benet past the center line. They get it off Urban's stick. Now played at the corner. Received well by Mount Carmel. Obtained and getting into the zone by Milnicki. Out to the corner to Cchl after it. Milnicki forechecks. As ill-advised pass, but able to get it around the stick of Mount Carmel's Milnicki. Now past the blue line to the trailer. Shot. Rebound try. No one home to get it in. But still deep in the territory of Mount Carmel. Caravan after it. Near the face-off circle. And they'll just ice it. Puck deep in Caravan's territory. Back and forth we go. The start that Mount Carmel definitely wanted.
They're getting the puck where they want it to go for the most part. Definitely pushing the pace for both things. The Benet offense, despite getting a shot right there, really doesn't look as fluid as we've seen them at times last year. But we'll call that first game woes. Maybe they're a little nervous coming into this. I'm sure both teams are going to settle in, and we're in we're due for some good hockey upcoming.
Hudson Schlie, he's opposed by Landos with the late jersey. And that time Schlie wins it. Didn't get much on it. Easily frozen by Urban. And we talk a lot about the goal-scoring abilities of Schlie, but he can also win faceoffs. And he's one of those guys, he likes to tap it to himself underneath the legs, 5-hole style, win the faceoff, and then get the shot on net. That time, we'll say Schlie won it, but he couldn't get to his defenseman. Out to the point. That shot, Schlie tried to redirect it in, but it just wasn't able to do so. Out to the point. Rister off the body of Schlie. And then out to the blue line, back in deep. After it is the freshman. There goes Owen Ryle, taking off the puck well, and a beautiful hit by Landos. That pass, Hensel tried to get into the net. Turnaround shot, try to redirect it in just a little bit wide. That shot, still loose in the crease. Another try for Benet, shot blocked. And Mount Carmel trying to get out, they can't. Still at the blue line, here we go, odd man rush, shot, just a little bit high. And at this point, partner, just ice the puck or at least tap the puck out of the zone, and they're having so much trouble getting it out.
Mount Carmel's got to give themselves a break. This Benet attack is fierce right now, and here we go with another opportunity.
Rogowski in the slot, poke checking it away. It's a good play by Cchl. Over in Bennett's end. After right now is Cannon. Cannon with a nice stop and start move. Enough velocity on that puck to make sure it wasn't stolen. Knuckle puck action at the corner. One hopper off the boards. And back over to neutral ice. Backhanded pass, getting in the way of that passing lane. Benet trying to get it out. Saucer pass right on the tape. Here we go, Benet on the attack. A lot of numbers on the back check from the Caravan. DiCosola was after it, still behind Urban. DiCosola, his pass, read well by the Caravan. Didn't get much on it, the assistant captain in DiCosola. And DiCosola has it at the face-off circle. That pass attempt read well by the Caravan. And still in the neutral zone, Benet able to get it in. Oh, Alex Karras showing his force and his intensity on the ice.
His ears must have been burning. You heard us talking about him being the enforcer, and enforce he did.
Over to the blue line, Alex Karras. That was a clean hit, partner. No cross-check, didn't use the stick. He just barreled in with the shoulder.
There's nothing like some good physical hockey within the rules, right?
We do have live stats today brought to you by Cchl.us. First game in the CCHL for either team. Tough start for Marmy, and they're 0-3 as they've just been outshot by a large margin in all of their games.
It's the thing with a lot of these high school games, especially in the CCHL, how vital it is just to get shots on goal. They don't have to be the best looking shots, but if you keep applying that pressure, the defense is bound to break.
Poro was after it. Battle of 94s. Who will win it? After it was Finn Ryan. Out behind Urban. After it was McClellan. Off the boards. Here comes Mount Carmel as they get it out of the zone. Slow moving puck. Retrieved by Benet. Poro calls for it. Just past his stick. In between both defensemen as they'll have to retreat in their own territory. Benet, and a little bit of collision action accidentally is a nice hit delivered by Finn Ryan. Over to the hash mark. And what's this going to be? And I think it's going to be called on Mount Carmel. Cross-check.
First penalty of the season, and it's a big one. Cross-check, that's with how much trouble Mount Carmel's had clearing the puck when this Benet attack gets going. And with how good this Benet team is on the power play especially, this might spell doom for the Caravan. We will see.
I think I saw Poro go into the box, so it would actually be a power play. So they have Guess in there. There were two 94s. On the Jumbotron, Mount Carmel is in the box, so that would be Finn Ryan, so it should be Bennett's power play. So here we go. I was right the first time. I thought I saw Poro go into the box. Holweck at the point. Schlie, pass in front. Couldn't get it on net. Nice find over to Quinlan. Puck discovered by Quinlan. Trying to get it out. Red Welt, the blue line. Passed to the hash mark. Shot. Easily save. Rebound. He scores! First goal of the game goes the way of Hudson Holweck and this Benet Academy power play.
What a start for Benet. They get their first power play, and they get right after it. Hudson Holweck, definitely one of the familiar names that we saw last year. He gets right back to where he left off last year. Benet's on the board.
Hudson Holweck, power play goal. 1-0 in favor of the Red Wings.
Hockey's like a nosebleed sometimes. All you got to do is apply some pressure, and good things happen. I think.
Oh my goodness. Humongous hit delivered. That shot wide. But the hit was delivered by Alex Dentice. Sometimes we consider Dentice and Karras the Bash brothers when they're on the ice together, bashing the other team. If you were a D2 the Mighty Ducks fan, the Bash brothers with Fulton Reed and Portman.
Yeah, those are two scary individuals that I do not want skating my way if I have possession of the puck.
I think what's great about that movie is it came right out a couple years after the original Bash brothers, Jose Canseco and Mark McGuire.
On the Oakland Athletics, may they rest in peace. The team, not the individuals, of course.
I hate it, man. I hate it so much. Look, I understand that as here comes Mount Carmel, almost had a breakaway, but nice read by DiCosola. I hate that all that history of Oakland goes for naught, and now they have to be the Sacramento A's until 2027, 2028.
Playing at a minor league park. Big
humongous hit by the other DiCosola. Quinlan gets the pass. Quinlan, his pass to the trailer. Shot, he scores! Carson Stone on the rebound. That's one way to do it. Just get the puck to the front of the net and see what your team can do.
Pretty easy when you got it right in front of the goal right there, almost right in the crease, basically. Mount Carmel, not the start they wanted, to say the least. We wanted them to be aggressive, control the puck, be on their end of the ice, and they're now facing a 2-goal deficit early on.
Well, we talked about it, how Mount Carmel will answer offensively. Nice hit. Hard to win games when the puck is in your territory the entire time.
Yeah, we saw how many shots Bennett's just continually put on, and we're not even halfway through this first period.
Out in the slot. Owen Ryle, he's played a lot of efficient minutes tonight. That time, Rogowski with the big hit. The Caravan had it briefly. Puck possession's been problematic for them today. They haven't had the puck that much. Off the glass. Hard to win games when you don't have the puck and the puck's not deep in Bennett's territory.
You do need the puck to score, that's what I hear.
Not a good pass, and here comes Mount Carmel. Little toe drag attempt. Rogowski read it all the way as the toe drag was attempted by Landos over to the corner. By the way, the text line's open. Your favorite high school, college, or NHL memory, text 330-957-7653. Carson Stone and Hudson Holweck with the 2 goals. As it bounces off the boards. It's not a complicated offense that Benet is running, crashing that philosophy, and everybody's crashing, and not enough Mount Carmel bodies to defend these Red Wing crashers.
It's hard when you got everybody on the ice coming exactly to the goal, all on one thing. They're very well coached. Andrew Schlie has their attack really looking good. It's a well-balanced one. They can score from any side of the ice they need to. They have multiple people that can, I guess, get it going on a moment's notice. And looking at the offense, the only person I'm surprised we haven't seen a goal from yet, I know it's early, but I would expect to see Hudson Schlie get on the board at some point.
As that's near the face-off circle. Here come the Red Wings. Shot blocked off the skate. Double team, that time was Poro. If you're just joining us, Holweck scored on the power play. And Carson Stone, even strength. It's where we stand right now. Dusek flipping the puck in deep. Double teaming Poro. I'm surprised by that partner. He's not really known for the offense. If you're going to double team somebody, you think it would be Schlie or maybe this exciting freshman to watch in Ryle.
Just music to the ears of the Benet Red Wings faithful, though. You got two guys on a guy that's not really known for being a scorer. Opens up more opportunities for others on the ice.
Right. I can almost understand it, right? You're in a tough spot. You're behind the net. If you're going to sandwich somebody, that's the place to do it, also in the corners. Because if the puck dribbles out, it's going to take longer for that puck to get out. If it's behind the net, you really have no chance to get the puck in front for a scoring opportunity, unless you can flip it up in the air like Jonathan Taves used to do.
Yeah, we'll see if Mount Carmel changes up their defensive strategy. It's definitely something to keep note of as this game goes on.
The intensity, it's in favor of Benet. A lot of big hits have been delivered by the Red Wings. Dentice, as he was after the guy that was in the box in Finn Ryan. So Ryan went to the box, and a power play goal scored by Holweck. Even strength goal by Stone. That's where we stand right now. Off the boards after it is DiCosola. As that shot easily read by Ciesla, and it was too wide of that, so he didn't even have to glove it.
Been an easy day so far for Ciesla, knock on wood, of course. Only really had one puck go his way that was on goal.
That should be interference.
Big hit.
Partner, I do not think that he was anywhere near the puck when that hit was delivered.
I would agree. I'm surprised to not see a hand up from any of the referees.
We're going to watch it on replay. Here comes the intensity, and that's what makes it so tough on these refs. When do you start calling penalties to make sure it doesn't get out of hand? It looked like the puck was just at the stick of Alpeter when he was hit. But, like, he had no chance to get the puck because it was a blindside hit. So you could make the argument it was interference. Meanwhile, power play, and here we go. I mean, the Red Wings could have had their second power play of the game. Urban goes to the bench, which means power play hockey coming up for the Caravan.
Big time for them to capitalize. If there's one thing you're going to do to get the offense going, it's definitely push the pace on a power play. And can't push it too much, though. As we know, this Benet team is not only good on the power play, but they're also good at shorthanded goals, too. They led the CCHL in both power play goals and shorthanded goals last season.
Luca DiCosola will take a seat in the sin bin for 2 minutes. By the way, hopefully you're enjoying the broadcast. Make sure to go on the live chat if you have anything you'd like to talk about. Trash talk it's allowed, but FCC regulated.
Healthy trash talk, right?
Yeah.
Gets the people going.
I love watching hockey. Look how low they get with their sticks. That shot. I think he got a stick, did Ciesla. Meanwhile, power play hockey for another minute 50. Rogowski trying to get it out. I love how the official put up the safe sign. Of course there's no icing. Benet is down a man.
I appreciate his attention to detail, if nothing else.
Sure, it's just, you know, we know that there's no icing, though. They're down a man.
Exactly, yeah.
Thank you, Captain Obvious. But, you know, we talked about it, Andrew, how in the old high-performance hockey league, Chicago Mission, a couple other teams that were in that league, Honey Baked, when you're down a man, you cannot ice the puck. If you ice it, the puck is deep in your own territory on the corresponding faceoff. I thought that was really cool, and it forced teams to be more creative when you commit penalties, how to kill your penalty.
Yeah, it definitely brought about some interesting strategies, and I guess really taught the game well. When you have to really defend down a man, you don't really have that solace of being able to ice the puck.
That behind the netminder, and just turnaround icing attempt read well by the right defenseman near the faceoff circle. Benet trying to get it out. Played by Frasco. He almost fell down. No one home to retrieve that puck, but it does go to the neutral zone. Mount Carmel, they still got time, Andrew. 29 seconds. You like to see at least one more shot on net.
Yeah, as that time ticks down in the power play, don't want to rush it too much. Although with this puck going to the other end of the ice, maybe it's time to kick it in gear and try to get a couple more shots on goal before that extra man joins him back in the ice.
It's been a very quiet day for Landos as Schlie, the one in deep on the PK. Reading the puck well. Slow-moving puck near the blue line. Trying to get it back to his defenseman as that slow-moving puck retrieved by Mount Carmel. Now it's obtained at the blue line. And I disagree with that, Mr. Diedrich. He had a chance for a shot at the blue line, decided not to do it.
That was the time to do it, especially right when that power play was coming over. You still have an advantage for a couple more seconds. I don't know. Mount Carmel, despite the aggression they showed really early in this first period, not sticking with it right now. They seem pretty demoralized from the 2-goal deficit they found themselves in.
Backhanded pass over to Garvey at the center line. A Mount Carmel team. They got dominated from Benet last year. They're trying to hang in there, down by 2. And Benet would like at least one more goal to make things easier on their netminder. Sliding puck as pinching on the play and able to get it in deep was McClellan. We've said his name a lot. Backhanded pass, and here comes Benet past the center line. Ryle, shot, wide. Schlie couldn't get much on it, not much on that shot, still loose, and puck finds its way to the CCM sign. Forechecking well, getting it in deep, puck in the slot, shot too high again. Thought about the wraparound instead. Schlie with some stick handles, swing and a miss on the shot, and then iced by Mount Carmel.
Now, for the most part, Mount Carmel looks pretty lackluster. When these shots are going past the net, they don't really have a lot of defensive presence to actually go get the puck and try to put it out. Bennett's really getting a lot of rebound opportunities pretty easily.
They're winning every battle, and how do you work on that? Off-ice conditioning, strides, right? It's not about running in hockey. It's all about strides. If you try to run on the ice, you're not going to get to that puck as quickly as if you have long strides.
Yeah. Well said, my friend.
It seems like Mount Carmel, they're running on the ice, and Benet more strides. That's why they're winning these battles. That's just what I see. But, go in the live chat if you disagree. It just looks like more running on the ice than strides for Mount Carmel.
Yeah, and it's early in the season, of course. I mean, this is game 1, of course. But a lot of polish needs to be added to this Mount Carmel Caravan teams. We got another opportunity right here for Benet.
Partner, that's way too easy of a shot for Benet. You got to get a stick on DiCosola and force a saucer pass. That was right on the ice. They didn't have to do anything to try to get it over a defenseman or a forward.
Yeah, Benet is getting these looks at the goal. We know their attack's good, but I don't know if it's this good to be getting this many in this frequency.
Can't have point-blank shots at your netminder. If it's a point-blank shot and it goes in the net, that's on your defense, not your goalie.
Right.
Urban's played well. Rebound control has been there. And Mount Carmel's doing a good job. They're defending the slot, but they're allowing too many shots on net. Trying to slide that puck behind the net. It was read well by the Caravan. Red Wings get it, though. Backhander and went wide. Benet still on the forecheck, though. At the point, that shot wide. If another goal's in for the Red Wings, I don't think Mount Carmel has enough offensively to be down 3-0. And no one touched that, so icing against Caravan. Way too many face-offs in the Caravan's end today.
Mount Carmel is just, I don't know if they were up for this challenge to handle the Benet Red Wings on day 1 of the season. I know it's still early in the game. We're not even through the first period yet. But right now, Benet has made a statement that they are a different hockey team last year. They're back better than ever. And Mount Carmel just happens to be in their way right now.
Benet is the truck in their life, and if there's a truck in your life, get off the tracks, otherwise you're going to get run over.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would imagine Andrew Schlee's going to say that in the locker room at some point.
I was kind of referencing, although in the movie Major League 2, it's a train. If you remember that line from the famous catcher from the White Sox, Jack Parkman.
Love me some Major League, that's for sure. Because Cleveland wins in it. They never do that.
I think this year might be different. Knock on wood. I watch the playoffs this year, Parter. I like the Cleveland Guardians' chances.
As somebody born and raised in the city of Cleveland, I would agree. But we also haven't won one since 1948, so won't get my hopes up.
It happens, man. It happens for the best of the teams, the high metropolitan area teams. Think about the New York Rangers. They went 1940 until 1994 to win one.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows the Chicago Cubs story, but the White Sox, 1917 until 2005. It happens to a lot of teams, not just smaller markets like Cleveland. Another ice. Parter, what can they do? Because icing the puck, you get a line change. In the NHL, you can't do that. You do get a line change in high school, but it just seems like rinse, lather, repeat. Puck's deep in the zone. We can't get it out. We got to ice. What can they do differently?
That's a good question, Kyle. I just really want to see them to be able to control the puck more. But like you said, when it comes to the conditioning and how much Benet seems to just be outlegging them on a lot of these, you just want to see more. I don't want to say more effort, but I almost do, because Mount Carmel's just not looking as committed to coming out with that aggressive approach that we saw early on in this first period. And now, as it draws to a close, they're down 2 goals.
Is conditioning an issue? Like, did we see the best of Mount Carmel in the first 5 minutes? Now, as they're getting more tired, I'm not going to question conditioning and toughness, but it does look like a little different of a Mount Carmel team than we saw the first 5 minutes. How will they adjust? We're going to talk about that after this break. You're watching Benet Academy against Mount Carmel here on Recruitlings.
Brian's Garage Door Solutions. 25 years of expert residential and commercial garage door design, sales, and service, and almost 1,000 5-star Google reviews. Tate Enterprises. Design and remodeling for kitchens, basements, bathrooms, whole house, and home additions. Max Heads Custom Kick Drum Heads. Design online, upload, create, rock. If you're in a band, you need a Max Head.
No, she did not. She married a Mike.
Well, she still has time. You know, she can give your dad the heave-ho and then call up Peter.
And go to Neverland, yeah? All right.
I met one of my college friends' sister was named Wendy. Most beautiful woman I ever met.
Yeah.
I said, either I'm not handsome enough for you or my first name's not Peter. Either way, I don't know if this is going to happen, but man, you are beautiful.
That's not a bad line.
Actually, but they don't end up together because Peter Pan sucks.
Yeah.
Are you ready? Make sure the mic isn't muted either. Everybody, Kyle Smith alongside Andrew Diedrich. 2-0 lead for the Benet Academy Red Wings. The start they wanted. Mount Carmel, not so much. We saw some intensity from them. Not enough shots on goal, and that's where we stand right now. 2-0 lead for the Red Wings. If Bennett's going to win, keep doing what they're doing. For Mount Carmel to win, got to find a way to win some puck battles, get some shots on net, make things difficult on Ben Ciesla.
Yeah, Ciesla's really had the time of his life there in the crease for the Benet goal. Only maybe 1 or 2 shots that he's actually had to put any effort into deflect or get away from the goal.
So that pass, and just couldn't get it on net the way they wanted to. Out to the blue line. As Mount Carmel steals. Slow-moving puck. Trying to tap it forward to a teammate. Turnaround shot, couldn't get it on net. Flood had the shot. As his pass attempt to Leahy goes for naught. Turnaround pass deep in Mount Carmel's end. They switch goals. Didn't touch it. No one touched it. Another icing. Here we go. Rinse, lather, repeat.
You said it in the first period, and it looks like we're going to get some more of this in the second period. Mount Carmel really doing nothing to get themselves going other than throwing the puck on the other end of the ice and allowing themselves a face-off right in front of their own goal.
Look, I understand you don't want to pass the puck in front of your own goalie. Don't do that, obviously. Find more creative ways to get the puck out. Because all the icing does, you get a line change, but then Benet gets a line change.
Yeah, some bigs got to change for this Mount Carmel team. Maybe when they go into the locker room after the second period. I think the coaching staff of Mount Carmel needs to take a long look and realize that they have to completely shake up their offensive strategy right now.
Over to the blue line, Carson Stone and Hudson Holweck with the 2 goals. We'll check the chat line in a second here if anybody chimed in. Meanwhile, Benet with the puck. That's Karras. As Karras passed the blue line. That shot going after the rebound was Ryle. And now on the blue line. And the puck finally got loose. I did not see a hand go up. And it will indeed be a penalty against the Caravan. Let's see what they call here as I watch it on replay. It was off the stick of Urban. I don't know. A ticky-tack. Very ticky-tack.
The scoreboard says that we have a Benet player in the penalty box, actually.
Okay. Because I thought I see, it's getting confusing. Like, we see a Mount Carmel player inch towards the box, and they're like, just kidding, Kyle. I'm not going to the box after him. So it's going to be on Karras. Yeah, let's... I didn't see much. You know, most of the penalties that Karras commits, maybe something on the ice, and I don't know. I'm a loss for words. I didn't see much of anything there. They're closer to the play than I am.
Can't fault him for being aggressive there for whatever penalty occurred there. They're up 2 goals. They got a nice cushion. So even if Mount Carmel does find the net here, shouldn't be too much of a disaster for the Benet Red Wings.
Okay, so now I see it. So it's actually after Karras shot it. Okay, interference. Lazy penalty by Karras. You know, for somebody that loves hockey, look, the Mighty Ducks, D2 The Mighty Ducks, it's a very entertaining movie series, but all of the stuff that happens in the movies is not real hockey action. Okay? Like an example, you know, like the famous scene where Dwayne ropes the person in the corner? That would be like a game misconduct. You can't, first of all, it'd be too many men on the ice. Second of all, he takes the rope and he endangers the other player by roping. So it's a game misconduct.
Makes for good film, though, if nothing else.
It's great, right? Entertaining as heck, you know. But it's not real hockey. And it's funny, like one of my friends who grew up in Minnesota, he watches he watches D1 and D2. We don't even attempt to watch D3 because it's such a travesty. But he's like, dude, this is not hockey. What is this?
He's a hockey purist.
Yeah. And he's not even a Minneapolis guy. He's from Winona.
Oh.
Right. If you're familiar with Winona, it's right off the Mississippi River. Not too far from La Crosse, if you've ever been to La Crosse.
I heard of it. I actually never made it up to the state of Minnesota.
It's great. It's a good time. We got to go. Are you a fisherman?
I fish, yeah.
Look, it's great fishing up there. I mean, land of 10,000 lakes, right? That shot, Ciesla, able to get a stick on it. Not a lot from Mount Carmel offensively. They had 2 minutes of power play hockey. It didn't even seem like they had the man advantage.
I didn't even know if I saw a shot on goal from them right there. It's just disappointing when they've had 2 separate power plays and still, I mean, only have at most 3 or 4 shots on goal all game.
And from tough angles. Here we go. Chance for Poro. Oh, buddy. Get the shot on net. He had a clean attempt right in the slot.
Yeah. Right in the center. It was just him and the goalie.
And all right, I want to get your point of view on this. If you're Alex Urban, so there was a play where he had a couple of defensemen right in front of him. You never want to break the puck up the middle, but nothing else has worked. He had a couple defensemen around him. Should he have passed the puck to 94 and see if his defenseman and Finn Ryan could get that puck out by skating the puck up the middle of the ice?
I think that would have been the correct strategy. I mean, anything to avoid these face-offs in their own, right in front of their own goal. I mean, how many have we seen down there already?
It's got to be at least 10.
Yeah, we're definitely approaching double digits when it comes to that. And it's just not boding well for them as they still sit in this 2-goal deficit.
And look, there were 2 defensemen. Benet was having a line change. Try something new, right? Now, do you want to skate up the middle towards the blue line? Probably not. But, as you can see, our excellent fan section. Maybe try something new because nothing else has worked, and I'm sure they're going to talk about that. We'll have the Zamboni after the second period. Here's the thing, partner. If Benet takes off the intensity and Mount Carmel scores, it's a brand new hockey game.
Yeah, 1-goal deficit is a lot different from 2-goal deficit. And even though, honestly, 2-0 doesn't even begin to cover, I feel like, how much Benet has controlled this game. It really feels like it should be a much, it should have a much bigger lead right now. And if Mount Carmel does cut the deficit in half with a goal, maybe if they get another power play or just a one-off opportunity, like you said, makes it completely different. And the pressure goes back to Benet as, I say the pressure's on Benet, and now they're going to have a power play.
Yep, so it's going to be called interference on Garvey. Either interference or roughing. Regardless, he cheated. And, that's something that Alex Karras does. Look, I never want a Benet player in the box, but what Alex Karras does, we saw that interference.
Yeah.
I don't think he would have committed that penalty if they were playing Loyola. But because they're playing Mount Carmel, a team that's struggling offensively, he was in the box, picking up the intensity for his team, being the enforcer out there as that shot. It's in the net! Redirection style. Benet scores! James Cannon into the back of the net. 3-0 lead for the Red Wings.
The aptly named Cannon does indeed rifle one in the back of the net. And we talked about if Mount Carmel could get on the board, how completely of a different hockey game this can become. Benet up 3 goals early in the second period. Everything is coming up the Red Wings' way right now.
You know, I've watched it 3 or 4 times on replay. Quinlan was there, as was Hensel, but I think it just went straight through. I don't think that Urban saw it, and it went into the back of the net. 3-0 lead for the Benet Academy Red Wings.
Might be one of their quickest power play goals I've ever seen. I think they scored that 10 minutes into the man advantage. 10 seconds. 10 seconds, yeah.
10 seconds. You say match? This isn't soccer, but...
Everything's confusing. I don't know. This Benet offense is making my head spin. I'm at a loss for words.
You ever seen the famous bit that Chance the Rapper did on Saturday Night Live?
Yes. Yeah.
That's so great.
I like Chance the Rapper a lot. He's a local Chicago guy. Homegrown talent.
He went to a lot of White Sox games, and the way the Sox have been playing, we might have to have him start playing right field for the team.
Yeah, I wonder if he could throw some bullpen innings for them. Lord knows they need it. Shout out to the White Sox for making history.
Oh, boy.
You're not a Sox fan, are you, Kyle?
Of course I am. My dad had season tickets.
Oh, brother.
Yeah,
sorry about that.
That's okay. That 2005 season was so much fun, and one of the reasons is I don't know if that was a pass attempt or a shot. Meanwhile, power play hockey for another minute 47. Out behind the net, trying to feed it over to Poro as puck finds its way on Stone Stick. And here we go. Breakaway coming up for Mount Carmel. Great job getting into the play by DiCosola as he sends his opponent in flood right into the board.
That was just really impressive from DiCosola right there. Just the conditioning, the athleticism to go ahead, catch up from him being behind the offenseman right there. Just really impressive stuff from DiCosola. It really shows how disciplined and, I don't know. Bennett's coming up big time right now. That's all I got to say.
Right, maybe a little bit too over-aggressive. That shot wide. You're up 3-0. You're on the power play. Ciesla has a chance for a shutout, and if that had been a breakaway, if DiCosola hadn't hustled into the play to stop the attack, a chance for a breakaway goal.
Yeah.
You want to pick up your netminder, not give up a goal. Urban saw it all the way, and now 53 seconds remaining on the man advantage. Right in front. Loose puck picked up by Schlie. Out behind Urban. Schlie, he's got plenty of time. As able to get that puck briefly and send it over to the other side by McClellan. A lot of pinching right now for Benet. You can do that when you're up by 3. That pass. Either Urban or McClellan got a stick on it. Meanwhile, puck on the near corner. Schlie, he's got time. 17 seconds on the man advantage. Sliding puck. Hensel fell to the ice. No one home to get that one-timer. And now it's back into Bennett's area. Will they do an all-out rush, or will they just let it go back to even strength? And we'll have even strength with 10:08 remaining in the period. Well, you know, partner, Ciesla has the shutout. He hasn't really had to do anything today, though. Look at that move. Here we go, and he couldn't get the shot on net. Beautiful move.
Well, one more tap there. That was a nice flurry of moves we saw there. Yeah, that's Frasco.
Yeah. Well, not 6-0 or 8-1 like we saw last year. Urban has been the reason why it's not as bad, but we're still in the second period. Could get worse.
Yeah, the coaching staff for Mount Carmel is definitely going to have to think about what they're going to say in that locker room after the second period. There's fans get into it. Big hit in the other end of the ice.
You know, it's one thing if you're going to get beaten, but for Mount Carmel, man, don't get embarrassed. Like, there's been a lot of hits that Benet is just taking it to you right now.
Yeah, there's not an area of the game that Benet is not dominating in right now. They're getting the face-offs right in front of Mount Carmel's goal. They're getting much more shots on goal. They're shutting them down defensively and just completely turning the lights out them when they get any breakaway opportunity.
I want to give a big thank you to Eric Ratch. He does a great job on video for us, and of course, setting up the 2 GoPros from behind the net.
I think those Benet faithful behind the net right there might be knocking the glass where one of the GoPros is held up. Probably be a pretty funny camera angle if they score.
Yeah. Rosenthal backtracked in his own area. He's trying to feed Alpeter. Flips the puck up. Uh-oh. Chance for Mount Carmel. He shoots. Ciesla, a nice save. Loose puck. Ciesla was after it on the rebound try.
Almost spelled disaster there for Benet, but Ciesla was ready for his first real big save opportunity.
Lead pass. Chance for Benet, and able to get that puck out of danger. Little tap pass in front. Benet continues their forecheck attack. Alpeter after it. And maybe a lack of communication between Cannon and Alpeter. Meanwhile, over to neutral ice. On the tape, shot high. And just not able to get it on net. Firing it was Petro. Petro after it, out behind Ciesla. One hopper off the boards. Here comes DiCosola as DiCosola gets it out of danger territory. Out to the face-off dot. Went off the back of the net and over to Rogowski. At the blue line, dangerous pass. Cannon shot blocked. Got to get a little bit more velocity on that pass. Otherwise, Mount Carmel could have stolen that and gone the other way for a breakaway.
Yeah, they can't get complacent in their passing and the little things right now. It's a 3-goal lead, and while that's big, it is definitely not big enough to just scoff at and let this game go to waste.
Other teams like the way Notre Dame's playing, yeah. The way Mount Carmel's playing, I just haven't seen enough offensively. They gave it their all, their first 3 minutes, and then after that, Benet, they talked about it on the bench, and they've adjusted. And it's been the Benet team we saw most of last season.
Yeah, impressive stuff from the Benet coaching staff and being able to adjust on the fly, realize what Mount Carmel's attack is going to look like, and just outlasting them in every facet of the game.
As that face-off was won by Benet. Mount Carmel, no-look pass. Quinlan sending it up. Able to get it in without icing it. Out to the corner. Battling through the hit. Trying to win that battle. And Quinlan says, I don't think so. Over to DiCosola. DiCosola with a toe drag. Taking off the puck. McClellan played the body. Out behind the netminder. That shot. And that should be a penalty. All right, here we go. Some pushing and shoving out near Urban. The intensity picks up. That Stone gets into the play. The fans love it. You can see it from behind Urban. A lot of happening there, Andrew. We're going to talk about it right now. So DiCosola with the toe drag attempt. He was taken off the puck. Then a late hit from behind. Benet didn't like it. It went off the side of the net. And then a lot of pushing and shoving from behind. And my interpretation, Andrew, and I'm going to let you analyze as well. It looks like Mount Carmel, they're just frustrated. They sense what happened last year is happening today. And just a very unnecessary penalty that they committed.
Mount Carmel is definitely realizing that this Benet team that has truly just dominated them in their last couple matchups is en route to doing that same thing again. And when you can't get offensive opportunities and you have to sit back and watch the Red Wings just completely take over the offensive aspect of the game, hell, I'd be frustrated too. It's frustrating to kind of take this one line down, and you hope to see a little bit more effort and a little bit more of a rejuvenation of this Mount Carmel team as the game goes on. You know, there's still 7 minutes in the second period. We still got a whole nother period to play. The intermission might do them some good, but right now, like you said, frustration's mounting, and it's not in a good way.
Face-off coming up. Both players get low on the face-off. It was won by Holwack, who scored earlier. 3 different players have scored for the Red Wings.
Sure sign of a balanced attack. I mean, we know Hudson Schlie scored or assisted on most of the goals last year. Hasn't had his name in the stat sheet yet, which is actually a good thing for Benet. Just shows you how much better they can possibly be.
Taken off the puck well by Karras, who was in the box earlier. Dusek. He sends it up to Holwack. Holwack with it. Shot a little bit high as the puck caroms over to the point. Loose puck picked up by Benet. Firing it on net. Urban able to pick it up in midair. As the fans love it, the continuous attack by Benet, it's relentless.
Yeah, the Benet attack is, it's led to this 3-goal lead that they have right now, and you really think that they would be up more goals, like I said before. Impressive stuff by Mount Carmel's goalie right there to glove that one and avoid another goal off a rebound like we've seen a couple times already today.
It was loose. Holweck had an open net, actually, and Urban was just able to deny him. But you know what? When you're up 3-0, you're not as frustrated when it's a 0-0 game.
Yeah.
Still got a lot of hockey left. We got 23 minutes at SBS and Recruitlings. We do the 3 stars of the game. That's at the point. Shot. Whew. Surprised that didn't go into the net. Another try. Backhander. It's off the body of Urban. In the slot. Backhanded pass. Turnaround delivery by Hensel. On the pinch. Another shot. Blocked. Back and forth we go. The problem is Mount Carmel can't get it out.
They seem very content with just kind of sitting there and waiting for the puck to come to them. We've seen Benet get a couple more shots and opportunities here because they're going to get the puck, where Mount Carmel seems to be just kind of standing there waiting for it. You got to be a go-getter.
A little bit of lackadaisical. The energy doesn't seem to be there. I know it's a far drive, but, got to find a way to battle through adversity. We saw a lot of intensity. The energy was there the first 3 minutes, and then Benet, they adjusted, and Mount Carmel really has. That should be a penalty, by the way. Hand didn't go up. Break for the Red Wings. If you're Benet, just don't go into the box, and you're probably going to win this one.
Stay disciplined, stay on top of things, and use that fan support on the glass over there. They seem to be having fun.
It's been a fun one, Andrew. 3 stars of the game thus far. We'll announce it after this face-off. Hensel will attempt it for the Red Wings. And no one won that one. Puck did eventually get to the point. Here are my 3 stars, Andrew, and you can chime in if you want, or what your determination is. 3rd star, Alex Urban. This game could be a lot worse than 3-0. 2nd star, very nice goal by James Cannon. And then the 1st star, get ahead, stay ahead, Hudson Holweck. And that's where we stand right now in my regards, in my opinion. What do you think of those 3 stars right now?
I'm going to echo everything you said. I think that Mount Carmel, if you have to find a bright spot for them, it really has been Urban for them, making this a lot closer game than it really could have been. And here we go, another opportunity for him. And I'll pounce on that. But other than that, yeah, I mean, it's really hard. There's not a lot of guys on Benet that you couldn't say have had a pretty big game and a big impact on today. So I'll go ahead and agree with Hudson Holweck. I'll also give it to Luca DiCosola, just his effort in the defensive end, stopping any breakaway opportunities. Well, got to tip my cap to him.
Man, we're bringing back the old school with a lot of these songs. We had the Kick-Ass theme song.
Yeah, I think I just heard some Limp Bizkit, too.
Yeah.
That song might have been out before I was born. I'm not sure. 90s, maybe. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, you're a 2000s.
2000, yep. Millennium baby, as I believe we're called.
You're a Gen Zer, I think.
I am. I definitely am in the midst of Gen Z. Yes, I'm a Zoomer, as some people say.
Zoomer. I was a Skyper.
Yeah. That's a good one. I'm stealing that from you. That's a good one.
Of all the things that could have gone well for Skype, the pandemic, and they blew it.
They were the one video conferencing app or service.
Yeah.
And yeah, how did they not have monopolized that? Whatever.
Things happen, man. I thought Blockbuster was going to be around forever, and then one day it wasn't.
I'm actually just barely old enough to remember going to Blockbuster and getting a movie for Friday nights. Go get some popcorn, go get a copy of, I don't know, Hoosiers or something.
Yeah.
It's a good time. Shout out to, I think there's still one Blockbuster store left, isn't there?
It's either in Portland or Alaska.
Why is that the 2 options?
It's this great YouTube video. Just go on YouTube. It's the last Blockbuster, and people go there and they love it. And it's the unique type of Blockbuster that had the candy and the popcorn. You know that mock tub?
Yeah.
That you could put in the microwave and then it would pop up popcorn?
Yeah.
And in my opinion, I thought it was better than Orville however you pronounce it.
Redenbacher.
Redenbacher.
Yeah, that's it.
Orville, it's okay. if you ever have time and you're a Mariano's guy, they have this movie-style popcorn. I can't tell you the brand, but it's only $2.99. Well, in the suburbs, it's $2.99. I don't know what they charge where you live. But I go to the one in Bloomingdale. It's only $2.99. I swear it tastes very similar to movie-style popcorn, movie theater popcorn.
I'm going to take you up on that, that's for sure. Shout out to Mariano's. Sponsor us.
We gave you free advertising, so sponsor the next game, Mariano's. And it's Mariano's. Don't be a Chicagoan and try to pronounce it Mariano's.
Mariano's.
Have you pronounced Jewel the Jewels yet?
No, I have not. Is that what the Chicagoans do?
Some do, and then they pronounce Soldier Field Soldiers Field.
Oh, no, I don't like that.
And then remember when Chase Daniel was the backup quarterback for Mitch Trubisky?
Good times.
It was a Chicago thing to mispronounce his name, Chase Daniels, at Soldiers Fields.
Chicago people are deeply unserious. I love this city.
When your sports teams are as bad as they are, as taking off the puck, Chance, Urban able to cover it up. Look, Mount Carmel scores. Still got a chance. We just haven't seen a lot offensively. We really haven't seen the puck possessed by Mount Carmel past the center line very often.
Like you said before, the lackadaisical just kind of vibe they're giving off right now, it's not something I think the coaching staff is very appreciative of. Benet has been getting after it every single time. They're always getting some sort of stick or influence on the puck, where Mount Carmel just seems content with sitting back and letting the game come to them, and that's not how you're going to win this hockey game down 3 goals.
So after the puck is Rogowski. He fell to the ice. One hopper off the boards. Able to pinch well and getting it in deep. Benet will try again to break it out. Here we go. The forechecking pressure. Finally for Mount Carmel. Still have time. You love to score here, though. You'd love to be down 3-1 instead of 3-0 or 4-0.
Just show some form of life that you have. You're still kicking. And I say that as Benet gets a shot on goal, but that's swallowed up by Urban.
That's what made the post-Jonathan Taves and Patrick Koehn era so frustrating for Blackhawk fans. You would watch their offense, and at times it looked lifeless. And that's kind of what it looks like for Mount Carmel. Look, it's the first game of the year. You can't win or lose the state championship today.
Yeah.
But you want to have some momentum going into your next one. We still got one more period to play. Is that puck pass? Just trying to get it onto the stick of Hensel. We saw some good things on that last forecheck by Mount Carmel. Can they do it again? They've got a minute of 7 to prove me wrong. Pass, shot, Hensel. Whew, that was a nice pass.
Benet's really setting up each other well, and we have another opportunity for them. Almost got it by, I think that was...
It was a nice forecheck, nice shot. Hensel, his pass. Here we go. Breakaway for Schlie. Oh, no. You know, it looked like a lack of communication. Both players were asking for the puck, and they went the same direction.
You talk about how aggressive this Benet team can be. They're so aggressive, they're stepping in each other's toes to try and get the puck in the net.
Schlie had a wide open net. Not sure why he didn't shoot. Break for Mount Carmel. That's something that they're going to have to get corrected in practice, because that should have been a goal. Leading goal scorer for Hudson, Schlie, had to step on the defenseman. He's got to get that into the back of the net. I know you want to get your freshman involved, get him some confidence, but you got a wide open net. Just make it 4-0. Let's put this one away.
Yeah, first game, we won't hold it against them too much. Definitely ironing out some things, building some chemistry, like you said, getting the freshmen involved. Still a phenomenal hockey game they've played so far, as they hope to finish out the second period and head into the locker room up 3 goals.
We talked about the underclassmen on this team. They got 3 sophomores. Nico DiCosola, who is Luca's younger brother. He was also on the team last year as a freshman. Joel Koehn, he will not play today. He's the backup goalie. And Tommy Rogowski. So 4 underclassmen, including the star freshman in Owen Ryle.
Saw big things from Joel Koehn in that game he started last year. Stepped up big time as a freshman. Forgot who that was against.
So against Highland Park.
It was Highland Park. Yeah, that was a fun game. Especially for Koehn.
Obviously not so fun for you because you forgot about it.
My apologies to the Highland Park fans listening in.
Did you say Highland Fart?
Man, words are hard.
You're 0 for 3 today. You got struck out looking.
We got to get somebody else with this headset on, huh?
Yeah. Call to the bullpen.
Get the lefty up and warm.
As that puck was face-off won by Mount Carmel. That'll do it for the period. 3-0 lead for Benet. I think they played a B-plus hockey game. I think it should be 4 or 5-0, especially that attempt we saw on Hudson Schlie. Just shoot the puck, man. You got a wide open net. 3-0 lead. It feels like it should be 4 or 5-0 for Mount Carmel. B-minus, C-plus hockey. They circled this game on their calendar. New coaching staff. You're looking for a different team. Kind of looks like same old Mount Carmel. Good news is they got themselves a netminder in Alex Urban.
He's really saving the day for Mount Carmel right now. And like you said, it could be a much bigger deficit for them. We'll see what they come out with in this third period. You'd like to see some form of life from them, that they can compete. Like you said, this is a really big game that they circle on their calendar, something they were looking forward to. But right now, Benet Red Wings are in the driver's seat.
They're in full control right now. So we're going to take a break, then we're going to have an intermission report brought to you by Recruitlings here on the Recruitlings YouTube channel.
Brian's Garage Door Solutions. 25 years of expert residential and commercial garage door design, sales, and service, and almost 1,000 five-star Google reviews. Tate Enterprises. Design and remodeling for kitchens, basements, bathrooms, whole house, and home additions. Max Heads Custom Kick Drum Heads. Design online, upload, create, rock. If you're in a band, you need a Max Head.
Hi, my name is Brian Koehn. I am the president of Soccer 2000. We are a soccer specialty store located in Downers Grove. We specialize in servicing club uniforms and a personalized retail experience. Soccer 2000 has an exclusive team center that includes a wide variety of uniform kits to help your club choose the next kits that will make you guys look great on the field. Contact us at 630-241-9500 or find us online at soccer2000.com.
Did you know that you can advertise your business on our live streams? You sure can. Contact us about the numerous advertising opportunities we offer to local businesses during our sports live streams. Build brand awareness, engage customers, and support your local sports teams. Contact us for more information.
How's it going, everybody? Kyle Smith alongside Andrew Diedrich. 3-0 lead for the Benet Academy Red Wings. Excellent game from Alex Urban. Problem is, his Mount Carmel teammates are not giving him anything offensively. We saw a good 3 minutes of hockey to start this game for Mount Carmel. After that, it's been all Benet. Good news is they found a netminder. Bad news is it's rinse, lather, repeat, both on the offensive and defensive sides of the ice for the Caravan.
It's one thing to stop Benet from scoring, but when you can't even mount a successful offensive possession down here on your end of the ice at all, it's just looked pretty ugly for Mount Carmel. We know that there's still 17 minutes to play in this game, but if we don't see some sort of life from them, this is not the ideal first game to start their season.
It's very hard to have a perfect game of hockey, and we talked about earlier in the broadcast, seems like B-plus hockey right now for Benet. We saw that Schlie had a breakaway. He tried to do a tap pass to the trailer and Ryle. Do you see a Benet team that's a little complacent right now?
I would say just a little bit. I think that's forgivable, given that's the first game of the season, and they are up 3 goals. It'd be a little different if it was a 1-goal game, a tie game right now. And I don't think it's a bad thing necessarily being complacent, but I think going into the locker room right now as we see the Zamboni on the ice, hey, Zamboni driver, as we see that, though, I think Andrew Schlie is going to light in them a little bit for them to realize that they can be up a lot more in this game if they just choose to take control of it. Because the game is by coming to them right now. They're going and taking it. Mount Carmel just seems really complacent, sitting back and letting Benet do whatever they want.
They're not winning the battles. Maybe they got to do something in practice, better on the strides. It seems like every stride, Bennett's winning those puck battles. For Ciesla, he wants the shutout. What's he going to have to do to get it? And what can Benet do defensively to make sure he gets it?
Keep doing what they were doing. Benjamin Ciesla hasn't had a lot of save opportunities. We saw the effort of a lot of Bennett's defense, specifically Luca DiCosola. It's been great getting back whenever Mount Carmel actually does have a breakaway opportunity. But what's so special about this Benet team is when they have a breakaway opportunity that's, Mount Carmel's coming down and like getting a shot on the net or whatever like that. It's only a couple seconds away from them turning around and getting a shot on their end of the ice as well. That's what's so special about this team on how quickly they can turn a defensive possession into an offensive opportunity.
Final thoughts, a Benet team that looks good and looks like they're going to go 1-0 on the season. Knock on wood, make sure they don't give up 3 unanswered goals and force overtime.
Keep doing what you're doing, Red Wings. The fans and everybody here seems to be having a good time, so keep the energy up and we'll see what happens.
And maybe avoid those pinches so you don't allow breakaways and give up a goal and Cchl doesn't get the shutout that he deserves.
Yeah, they'll go over that in practice. The film room will be a funny one, I'm sure.
All right, we'll take a break. More hockey action coming up next.
Brian's Garage Door Solutions. 25 years of expert residential and commercial garage door design, sales, and service, and almost 1,000 5-star Google reviews. Tate Enterprises. Design and remodeling for kitchens, basements, bathrooms, whole house, and home additions. Max Heads Custom Kick Drum Heads. Design online, upload, create, rock. If you're in a band, you need a Max Head.
Hi, my name is Brian Koehn. I am the president of Soccer 2000. We are a soccer specialty store located in Downers Grove. We specialize in servicing club uniforms and a personalized retail experience. Soccer 2000 has an exclusive team center that includes a wide variety of uniform kits to help your club choose the next kits that will make you guys look great on the field. Contact us at 630-241-9500 or find us online at soccer2000.com.
Did you know that you can advertise your business on our live streams? You sure can. Contact us about the numerous advertising opportunities we offer to local businesses during our sports live streams. Build brand awareness, engage customers, and support your local sports teams. Contact us for more information.
evening, everybody. I'm Kyle Smith. To my left is Andrew Dietrich as Benet Academy is about to start the third period against Mount Carmel. You can see Ben Ciesla in the pipes, ready to go, as Hensel and Schlie congratulated him on a well-deserved shutout of the first 38 minutes of hockey. There's Alex Urban, one of our 3 stars thus far, as he'll be fist bumped by his fellow teammate in 77. That's Connor McClellan. And here we go, opening face-off, and it's won by Hudson Schlie and this Red Wings starting lineup. Past the blue line, able to get that puck. On it was Malnicki, still deep in the Caravan end. Out behind Urban, as the puck flips on the other side. Slow-moving puck, knuckling its way out behind the net. Picked up by Benet. Trying to poke check it away is Mount Carmel. Stealing it is Benet. And able to retrieve and obtain is Mount Carmel. Intercepting it is Benet. Stick handling, dribbling the puck up, and a tap pass over to his fellow teammate in Hensel. Hensel calls for it. On his forehand, out in front, and that time Ryle was well defended on the play by Koehn. Trying to get it over to Schlie. Bouncing it off the boards. Here we go again. Can't get it out, so all you can do is ice it.
Ice, ice, ice. If it's one way to stop the Benet offense from scoring, I guess, is it a feasible strategy and going to work out in the long term? Well, we'll let the 3-goal deficit speak for itself there, partner.
Could be 4-0, could be 5-0. We saw Holweck at an open net, and Urban with the nice glove save. Schlie had a brain fart, and he had an open net. Instead, he tried to pass it to Ryle, who was right next to him. Could be 4-0, could be 5-0. However you slice it, Mount Carmel has been dominated today.
I'm sure the Caravan will get something going. I'd like to see them put a goal in the net. I think that's good for them going forward to show like they have some life. They fought. It might still be a loss for them if this result holds, but to show something, right? Have something to look back on to the first game of the year, make a statement.
Maybe they got to find a way to get Carrick Londos number 12 back. The number 9, maybe it's unlucky.
Honestly, I wouldn't put it past them. Whatever works, right? If it's stupid and it works, it's not stupid.
Look, do I believe in curses? No. Will I say that there's some weird things that happen? We think about Detroit, the curse of Bobby Lane.
Yeah, the poor Lions.
You're an Indians fan, Indians/Guardians.
Yeah.
The curse of Rocky Colavito.
I know it too well.
These things that happen, the White Sox, the curse of the Black Sox, like when things consistently go bad or things consistently go well, you try to attribute some truths to them. And of course, truth is stranger than fiction.
Carrick Lando's got to get that 12 back. We say that, and he's actually going to put the number 12 jersey on, and then they're going to start scoring goals, right?
And then they come back to win 4-3. His dad comes by the bench, and here's your practice 12 jersey. Put it on, put it on.
Mount Carmel's just searching for answers right now, something that would work. If that's what it's going to take, somebody's going to get him a jersey.
Out behind the net. As that bounces off the boards, hit the glass. After it was Tangleson. He hasn't played a lot today. Landos after it. Trying to change up the lines a little bit. Turnaround shot. Porro couldn't get it where he wanted it to go. Porro with a nice hit. You know, they're up 3-0, but they are not changing up their intensity levels. The intensity has stayed constant for Benet today.
That's their identity. That's this team to the core, is they're going to all gas, no brakes from the first puck drop until the final buzzer.
That might have been a hit to the head, by the way, delivered by Cchl. Meanwhile, calling for the puck was Holweck. He'll get it behind Urban. Holweck after it on the corner as he avoids the sandwich by dumping it back behind Urban. Porro, as he'll cycle the puck near the hash mark. Rogowski decides to pinch. Dusek open in front. Nice move by Porro. Couldn't get the shot on net. Once again, the Caravan can't get it out. There were 2 men around it, Andrew. They still can't get it out. Nice hit delivered. Boy, that was a nice hit by Bertalmio. That time, Rogowski with a hit. Turnaround shot out in the slot. And the Caravan finally get it out. Seemed like an eternity.
how much of this game have we spent seeing the puck right in front of Mount Carmel's goal? It's concerning when it comes to defense and trying to get out and get the puck in front of you and go score yourself. I mean, needless to say, of course, the 3-goal deficit speaks for itself. Something's got to change there.
Look, the hits are there, but one man makes the hit, the other guy gets the puck and gets that pass off quickly. They're just a half step behind. Hockey, it's the fastest game on ice for a reason. When you're a half step behind, you don't get that puck out. When one man makes the hit, the other guy gets the puck, everything's got to be in rhythm, and it just doesn't seem to be in rhythm right now for the Caravan. Credit to being on the road, a tough Red Wing team. But you know what? This is similar to what we saw from Mount Carmel last year. So we talk about coaches, how much is on the coaching. Well, it's new coaches, similar Mount Carmel effort. Nice hit. Delivered by Alpeter, delivering it. Dentice, boy, I can't believe that he was not called for interference. The ref was right there, by the way.
The guys in the stripes seem to be letting him play for the most part, as we get a stoppage as soon as I say that.
Yeah, I was very surprised. Let's see if anybody's in the box. I don't see anybody going over there, so let's see. So Dentice went after it. Push from behind. Yeah, that was way more than 3 steps from Alexander Dentice. That should have been charging. But here's the thing, too, Andrew. We've talked about it on previous broadcasts. What you call from the opening faceoff, you have to consistently call or no call after that. They haven't called a charging all day. Now, when somebody commits one, you do have to call it. But if you set the precedent that we're going to let some things go, until this game starts to get away from you, maybe you let that no charge happen. At the same time, when you don't let penalties, when you don't call them, people try to get away with more stuff.
It's definitely a little bit different of a mindset as a referee when the game's 3-0 versus if this was like a 3-2 or nothing, whatever it is. I wonder if that factors into it right now.
That pass, shot, oh, nice block. Getting in the way was Tangleson. Hasn't played a lot today, but when he's on the ice, he's giving them efficient minutes.
He's one of the few Caravan players that's actually getting in the way on defense, making stops, and just trying to disrupt this Benet attack. It's going well so far. Benet has not had a goal since the first period, I believe.
So, partner, how does Mount Carmel carpool to the game?
Tell me.
In a Caravan.
Ah, that's a knee slapper right there. You think they hear that a lot? Or did you just come up with that for the first time?
We did it last year during the Mount Carmel Fenwick football game. Covered up well by the netminder. Uh-oh. We might see a fight, pushing and shoving. Falling to the ice is Schlie. This might be a game misconduct. As the Benet fans want Tangleson tossed. Not sure why Mount Carmel was so ticked off. It looked like a clean play by Schlie. Watch it on replay again. Okay, so Schlie had the puck, tried to split through the D. It was a loose puck. It was a little ticky-tack by Schlie. I don't think he was trying to slash at the goalie. I'm not too sure why Mount Carmel was so mad at Schlie about that.
The frustration's mounting. Maybe they're just not thinking in their right mindset right now, because that seemed very out of place and out of character for Mount Carmel to do that. In the game they're still contending in. There's still 11 and a half minutes to go. I don't know why you would go ahead and do that to jeopardize any chance of getting back into this one.
And Andrew, you want to protect your goalie. I get that, but I mean, you've seen the play 10 times. Here it is one more time. He toe drags around. He just taps at the glove. His little love tap. He didn't like take the stick up above his head and jam it at the goalie's glove.
Yeah, that was nothing malicious on Schlie's part. I think that's a part of the game. Those things happen. And maybe if you are a Mount Carmel player, you want to like say something to him, sure, get in his face a little bit. I don't think it requires you to go up and blindside him with a hit right there.
And here's the thing. If Schlie says a word that the FCC doesn't like, he's trying to get you to go to the box. because he wants you to be in the box to score a power play goal and put this game away. So he's doing that on purpose. If he says something to you, just skate away. He's doing what he can to put you in the box. I am very surprised by this. And we saw a Benet player in the box as well. I'm waiting to see if there's going to be any 2-minute or 5-minute penalties on the scoreboard. I'm not sure why Hudson Schlie would be in the box unless he said the magic words.
Right.
A lot happening there.
Yeah. Heck of a eventful first day of the season, huh?
I'm not sure what Hudson Schlie would be called for unless it's taunting. I didn't see any pushing and shoving from him. Here we go. That shot. DiCosola off the stick. Did the net fall off? No. He scores! Danny Quinlan puts this one on ice, both figuratively and literally.
Once again, just missed opportunities for Mount Carmel to try and clear the puck, to get something going offensively. I mean, we saw that puck just kind of sitting there right outside the goal for a couple seconds. Seemed like both the goalie, Urban, and a couple of the defensemen from Mount Carmel just kind of stared at it. And when you give this Benet team an inch, they're going to take it a mile, like you said. And, I mean, you just, simply put, you can't allow this many shots and expect a team to not go up on you 4-0. And that's exactly what Benet was able to do.
You look at the replay, there's way too many Mount Carmel players behind the net. There's 3 people behind the net. 1 man, 1 puck. If your teammate gets beat, you got to trust your teammate. If he gets beat, let him get beat. 3 people came to recover on the first guy getting beat. There's 3 Caravan, meaning a wide open Daniel Quinlan in front of the net. That's on the Caravan. That's not on Alex Urban.
No, I don't think a lot of the goals today have been the fault of Urban. His defense is really not providing him a lot. The coaching staff's going to have to take a long look at the film from this game and just really work on their defensive positioning. And again, I hate to say this, but overall effort, it
was meh.
It's definitely meh. I don't know. This does not seem like a team that, with how fired up we expected them to be, I know there's probably some growing pains with the new coaching regime and stuff. This is not a team that looks fired up to win or even excited to play today.
Look, it's a tough Benet team. They got a lot of speed, especially with Schlie. They don't have DeWilkins. You can make the argument DeWilkins was their 2nd fastest player last year. They're a year older, you're more wiser. You're more wiser. That's how I failed English class. More wise or wiser. But it seems like a Mount Carmel team that shouldn't be down 4-0. If we see them work on their skating, on their off-ice conditioning, they were just flat out losing some of these puck battles that some of them I didn't think they should be losing.
Yeah, there's a lot of potential with this Caravan team.
Shot! Goal! Owen Ryle, the freshman. And now, Andrew, we get the running clock.
5-goal lead for Benet. This is a heck of a statement for them to open their season in front of their home fans, as we see the fans in the stands and over there on the glass going absolutely nuts. Everybody's getting involved with this Benet offense. Just shows you how balanced this offensive attack can be. Always good to get a freshman on the board, too.
That's definitely not an Alex Urban. You watch it on replay. He was just skating to the slot. Hey, if nobody's going to cover me, I'll just shoot it into a wide open net.
Again, that's just really frustrating to see if you're a Caravan fan. Just the complete lack of getting after it on defense. Like you said, I mean, looking back at the replay, look, he's got so much real estate right in the center of the ice. It's just him and the goalie, and he puts it in the back of the net. And speaking of back of the net,
now it's Alpeter, and the route is on at Seven Bridges Ice Arena. The Jumbotron guy forgot how to add 5+1.
Yeah, the scoreboard here at Seven Bridges shows 11-0, and while the lead is not that much, it's only 6-0. It certainly feels like it is a game of that caliber right now. The clock continues to run. I mean, Bennett's just, simply put, they're having fun out here.
They're having fun. I just don't think this is a 6-goal game better of Benet against Mount Carmel. I don't think they're 6 goals better than Mount Carmel. I think it's been a little bit of an effort issue with the Caravan.
I don't know what it is. It's something mentally. It's a long drive. It's something with the new coaching regime. Sometimes your just head's not in it, and I understand that. The good thing is it is only the first game of the year. They have a lot of time to right the ship, whether it's something with the coaching at the helm, individual players, overall strategy. I think this Mount Carmel team is going to be okay in the long run. It is a concerning start for them this year, but you do have to give credit. This Benet team is really, really good.
Dentice, I'm surprised he's still on the ice now that they're up 6-0.
And we are going to get a call there. We just blowed it dead, and it looks like he'll be spending some time in the box.
Uh-oh. Now it's down at the other end.
Not even sure what happened there. We just got another scuffle suddenly. Oh, another shove from the Caravan's number 21.
That would be Emmett Carr.
Yeah.
So the puck went into the zone, and then a couple players were after it. Let me put it on full screen on the replay here. So Schlie was after it. Schlie must be saying something, because it seems like a normal play, and then a pushing and shoving. Schlie said something, and then Emmett Carr just went after him. And we saw it on the other end. Whatever Schlie is saying, it's working, because it's forcing Mount Carmel guys to push him back and go into the box.
Yeah, Hudson Schlie does not have his name in the scorebook today, but he's definitely making an influence on a statistic that doesn't really get tracked, and that's getting in the head of the opponent. It's clearly working, though. They're up 6 goals, as we see. But
well, we talked about Mount Carmel. The effort's been suspect, some ticky-tack penalties that they shouldn't be committing. Let's give credit to this Benet team. They're at home. They're on their home ice. They didn't want to be embarrassed. They didn't want to get upset. They took care of business. 6 different goal scorers. Very impressive.
Yeah. Balanced attack is great in any sport. It's always good to have a balanced attack. You don't want your offense coming through just 1 or 2 players. And seeing 6 different goal scorers for this new-look Benet team, definitely some familiar faces, but getting everybody involved, I mean, just a great sign that good things are ahead for this Benet Academy team all season long.
And unfortunately, the other problem is Mount Carmel didn't pick up their netminder, that shot. Dentice is in the box for another minute and 48. More penalties could have been called. Now, Benet, it's time. You don't have to score any more goals. Pick up your netminder and get him his shutout. That shot, Ciesla, covered up. Here we go again. And now it's up to the refs to make sure this stays a hockey game. It doesn't become a boxing match.
You got to take control of this game. These are just high school kids, after all. Emotions can definitely get the best of them. And a 6-goal blowout like we're seeing right here, there's definitely frustrations mounting. And one little comment or a little shove can lead to a much bigger thing going on, and we don't want to see that for these kids or any of their families watching on. We do have that running clock as well, so only 6 minutes to go. Maybe Mount Carmel gets on the board with this minute left of the power play.
Got to score twice to get rid of the running clock.
Right. Just like to see them get a shot on goal or something. You have the power play. You have an opportunity. At least get yourself on the board to prove to people that you did show up for this hockey game.
Well, Alex Urban showed up.
Alex Urban showed up and showed out. I know the stat sheet will say that he gave up 6 goals, but really a lot of them were not fault of his own.
Like wide open Ryle in front of the net. 3 guys go behind their netminder, leaving a wide open Daniel Quinlan. Come on, guys. It's a team game.
Yeah, you got to pick up your keeper. I hope he doesn't take it too personal on his performance today, because I think he's been great. You said it before. He's probably one of our stars of the game right now.
Right. The other thing is we got another guy in the box, so that's going to be Garvey. You just see it. You see it in the facial expressions. Pick up the intensity. There's stuff they got to work on. You can work on these puck battles, but some of it is determination, willpower. You got to want that puck. You know, one of my favorite lines is, and if you've never read this book, you should. It's kind of a kid's book, but it's a great book nonetheless. And it's called Honus and Me. And one of the quotes is, this kid goes in time and he meets Honus Wagner. And the guy is just enamored with Honus. We're talking about the Flying Dutchman, one of the greatest shortstop to ever play the game. And he asks Honus, how do you become a great baseball player? The key to being a great baseball player is telling yourself you already are one shot. A beautiful save by Urban. Same thing with hockey. If you go into the game scared of your opponent or awarding them too much for how great they are as an opponent and as a player, you've already lost the game. You have to be confident, almost arrogant when you get on the ice. And from what we saw from Mount Carmel, we saw it the first 3 minutes, and then once Benet kept winning puck battles, the confidence went downhill very quickly. And if you're not confident what you do on the ice, how can you perform? If you don't feel confident that you're going to beat that guy to the puck, how can you perform on the ice?
The answer is you can't. The mental battle is almost just as important as the actual strategy and going out there yourself. And I think that was a great analogy you used with that book you're talking about and trying to beat your opponent mentally. And it really just feels like the Mount Carmel team that stepped off this bus was never even conceived of the idea that they could win today. And
well,
here we
are.
are.
First 3 minutes, but if you want to be great, it's not a sometimes thing, it's an always thing.
Yeah.
We could sometimes see it from Mount Carmel. Now we need to always see it. Now we got to get that puck in the net. How do we do that? We got to win battles. When we lose a battle, we got to have that mentality. We lost the battle, but we're going to win the war. And when they lost the battles, it felt like as the game dragged on, that mentality from Mount Carmel, it seemed like we've lost the war. And you can't feel that way ever on the ice.
As soon as you think that, it's over.
And that's coaching. Coach has got to tell the players, we gave up a goal, we're only down 1-0, we're not down 5-0.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot for this Mount Carmel team, and I do think it's never good to lose a game 6-0, of course, but I do think this is going to actually be a good thing for them in the long run. You talk about the learning that can be done by the players on the ice, overcoming adversity, the new coaching staff, how they're going to battle through this themselves, work with each other to get their players motivated, and doing those things you talk about, winning the puck battles, showing more effort, just overall conditioning, getting up and down the ice faster. There's a lot of learning to be done for them, and I hope they take this in stride and continue to be great down the line.
And you got to know, is if you're a defenseman or a forward, you always got to back check, first of all. Second of all, you got to force the opponent to beat you. And what I mean by that, we brought it up a couple of times. You can't have 3 men behind your netminder. One guy gets beat. Okay, he got beat. Force him to do a wraparound. 9 times out of 10, your goalie's going to save a wraparound. When you go to try to defend a wraparound and you've got a wide open Daniel Quinlan at point blank range, now that 5% probability of a goal being scored becomes 55%. That's the mentality that's got to change for Mount Carmel. One guy gets beat, okay, we're going to force them to beat us, and we're going to trust in our goalie. Trust is a must. Your game is a bust. Wraparound try, almost scored. Alpeter almost with his second goal of the night. That's the mentality that's got to change for Mount Carmel, and if it does, they've got the goalie. Now the other 4 guys on the ice at a time during a shift, they've got to change that mentality.
Yeah, Urban's a great guy to have in between the pipes for them right there. He's been doing work in the crease all day. We've said it countless times, and we'll say it again. Really could be a much different game right now if he's not in the goal for this Caravan team. Give him some help and see where it goes. There's so much of the season left. We don't want to make any crazy big statements or generalizations on how this season's going to go. But if this is any indication of how this Caravan team is going to play this season, something's got to change, and it's got to change right now.
And you don't want to give up silly goals like Ryle in the slot. Cover him. Force somebody else to beat you from a tough angle. Urban didn't finish that glove. The one time he didn't finish the play. Dentice still on the ice. Surprising. Ciesla's going to get the shutout, but he will not be one of our 3 stars. There's a nice hit to the board. Dentice. You never question the effort of Alexander Dentice. They're up 6-0. The game is clearly going to be a victory for their team. He's still out, hitting people hard on the boards.
He's the epitome of until the whistle blows,
Look at that
right?
pass. Backhander. It's another thing, partner. He cannot beat your team like that. He should not be wide open on the backdoor cut. Backdoor cut should not be happening in hockey. They happen in basketball because it's such a cardio-intensive sport. Basket's going to happen. Backdoor cuts where he's wide open shot at point-blank range on your netminder, that should not be happening.
The mindset, you're down 6 goals in the final minute of the game. I understand you might take a play off or two. You're not quite as mentally in it, but I feel like you got to fight to the final whistle just to show that you belong in this game, and at least trying to get something positive going forward for the next game or the next time you face off against Benet.
Absolutely, partner. And with 7 seconds to go, it's going to be a 6-0 victory for the Red Wings. Wow. Mount Carmel They played well the first 3 minutes. After that, Andrew Schlie and the coaching staff, they made their adjustments. Nice win for the Red Wings. Couple of things they need to work on. They're not going to get as many scoring opportunities against other teams. Very nice game from Alex Urban, but he didn't get anything offensively from his teammates.
No help other than the guy in the net for Mount Carmel. We could talk about, some of the lackluster stuff we saw from Mount Carmel, but we really have to give props to this Benet team. 6 goals, 6 different goal scorers. Really didn't even have to sweat out maybe giving up a goal or two just because of their effort on both ends of the ice. The Red Wings should feel very, very good about where they're at right now.
Right. Maybe that Belichickian mindset. No days off, no such thing as a perfect game. The Nick Saban mindset, we always have things we can work on. There were a couple things that were a little worrisome. Hudson Schlie with the wide open net. Man, just shoot the puck. I think if he's playing Providence, somebody a little bit tougher, he's just going to take care of business and score. Tried to get Ryle involved, and it didn't work out. Nice win, 6-0. We're going to take a break. Post-game interview brought to you by Recruitlings coming up next here on the home of Red Wing hockey, Recruitlings.
Brian's Garage Door Solutions. 25 years of expert residential and commercial garage door design, sales, and service, and almost 1,000 five-star Google reviews. Tate Enterprises. Design and remodeling for kitchens, basements, bathrooms, whole house, and home additions. Max Heads Custom Kick Drum Heads. Design online, upload, create, rock. If you're in a band, you need a Max Head.
Hi, my name is Brian Koehn. I am the president of Soccer 2000. We are a soccer specialty store located in Downers Grove. We specialize in servicing club uniforms and a personalized retail experience. Soccer 2000 has an exclusive team center that includes a wide variety of uniform kits to help your club choose the next kits that will make you guys look great on the field. Contact us at 630-241-9500 or find us online at soccer2000.com.
Did you know that you can advertise your business on our live streams? You sure can. Contact us about the numerous advertising opportunities we offer to local businesses during our sports live streams. Build brand awareness, engage customers, and support your local sports teams. Contact us for more information.
post-game show brought to you by Recruitlings. I'm Kyle Smith, along with the Recruitlings player of the game, James Cannon. A 6-0 dismantling of their rival, Mount Carmel, for the opening game of the Chicago Catholic League. Nice game for you, and you gave your goalie and Ben Ciesla a shout-out as well.
Yeah, I know. Having Ben back there, no worries in the row with him back there. Going in the third period up 3-0, we wanted more, wanted to get the game done with, so kind of put it to him.
Alex Urban, he did whatever he could to keep his team in the game. What adjustments did you make from the second period going into third to score 3 goals and put this one away?
Just took more quality in our shots. We're just kind of whacking at the puck to him, so third period, we want to take good shots on him to find the back of the net.
Everybody contributed today. 6 different goal scorers. Alpeter almost scored twice. Yeah. What does that mean to you? Everybody contributed today.
Oh, it's big. Having 4 good lines that could all make a difference in a game is huge. Compared to last year, we had a couple, so knowing that we have really good depth this year, so we're good.
What did you guys work on in training camp and in the practices coming into your home opener? It looks like the same Benet Red Wing team. No Jeremy DeWilkins, but it's rinse, lather, repeat. Still good hockey from Benet.
Yeah, we're feeling really good about this year. In practice, we've done power play, breakout, all stuff like that. So just going to feel back on the ice, and we're excited.
Final thoughts about the win today. It's going to get a little bit tougher as you play more games, but knock on wood, you're still undefeated, 1-0.
Yeah, we got GBN next, so right after tonight, we're focused on them, and we feel really good about the group of guys we got this year.
That's James Cannon. That does it for our post-game interview and the post-game wrap-up coming up next.
Brian's Garage Door Solutions. 25 years of expert residential and commercial garage door design, sales, and service, and almost 1,000 5-star Google reviews. Tate Enterprises. Design and remodeling for kitchens, basements, bathrooms, whole house, and home additions. Max Heads Custom Kick Drum Heads. Design online, upload, create, rock. If you're in a band, you need a Max Head.
Hi, my name is Brian Koehn. I am the president of Soccer 2000. We are a soccer specialty store located in Downers Grove. We specialize in servicing club uniforms and a personalized retail experience. Soccer 2000 has an exclusive team center that includes a wide variety of uniform kits to help your club choose the next kits that will make you guys look great on the field. Contact us at 630-241-9500 or find us online at soccer2000.com.
Did you know that you can advertise your business on our live streams? You sure can. Contact us about the numerous advertising opportunities we offer to local businesses during our sports live streams. Build brand awareness, engage customers, and support your local sports teams. Contact us for more information.
How's it going, everybody? I'm Kyle Smith, and Andrew Diedrich is on my right. This is the post-game wrap-up brought to you by Recruitlings. 6-0 win for Benet as they did what they did last year. Took care of business and dominated a Mount Carmel team. Tough day for Mount Carmel. They've got the netminder. Now they got to find a way to put the puck in the net, find a way to score goals. But for Benet, 6 different goal scores today. What an effort from the Red Wings on their home ice tonight.
I don't know what else you could ask for for a season opener. You're on your home ice. You're playing a team that, it's CCHL game. It's one of your rivals. And you come in here and, you pitch a shutout and you get 6 different goal scorers. We talk about how aggressive and potent this Benet offense can be. To see the offense coming in from so many different pieces of this team, it's a scary sight for other opponents for sure.
Don't get complacent, though. There was some complacency from Benet. They're going to have to work on that. They're not going to have nearly as many scoring opportunities against Glenbard North. Besides the complacency that we saw from Benet at times and the over-eagerness to pinch, was there anything else that you saw from Benet that they can work on in their next game, which will be right here against Glenbard North on Saturday night?
Yeah, offensively, we saw them kind of getting in each other's way a little bit. Yeah, we talked about that Hudson Schlie goal where he really just kind of had to open net and chose to dish it off, or basically kind of getting in the way of everything else. But we're kind of nitpicking a little bit, right? It's hard to say, like, oh, there's so many things that Benet could work on after a 6-0 game. But knowing Andrew Schlie and the coaching staff and how good this Benet team can be and how good they want to be, they're going to address those little things that they need to work on, iron some stuff out, and we are due for some great Red Wing hockey upcoming.
I loved seeing the willpower and the determination to win what seemed like every puck battle was won by Benet, especially deep in Mount Carmel's territory. They were winning those puck battles. For Mount Carmel, it's back to the drawing board. It's kind of for them, rinse, lather, repeat. You know, they lost 6-0 to Benet. One of those losses, they lost twice here at Seven Bridges Ice Arena, 8-1, 6-0. Another 6-0 defeat. New coaching staff, Alex serving between the pipes. Similar to what we saw last year. You got to get the puck out of your own end. Got to find ways to get the puck out besides icing it. And you got to find a way to get the puck past the center line and get some puck possession, get some tic-tac-toe plays. We didn't see it from the Caravan tonight.
There's still plenty of potential in this Caravan team. I think you and I can agree on that. They have a great goalie. Urban is their rock of the team. He's keeping things on that side of the ice. You got to get him some help. You have to be able to push the puck to the other end of the ice by not icing it. You have to set up offensive opportunities. When we think about the breakaway chances they had, maybe 2 or 3 the entire game today, not ideal.
Yeah, well, breaking the puck out was troublesome for them, much less getting a breakaway. The only time we really saw a breakaway is when there was some over-eagerness from Benet. There was a pinch, and then Luca DiCosola, great back-checking to make sure that there was no breakaway right in front of their netminder. Ben Cchl didn't have to do a lot, but he made a couple of nice saves. I'm pretty sure he's going to start next Saturday. If not, we'll see Ava Christensen or Joel Koehn. I'm looking forward to it. And if Benet plays the way they did tonight, I think next Saturday could be another victory for the Red Wings.
Absolutely. This is a very exciting team, and I'm glad to be able to witness this, the season opener at Seven Bridges Ice Arena. Benet fans, faithful, you guys got a good team. Should be a fun season.
Get excited, Benet fans. Get excited. So for our wonderful crew, for Eric Ratchey and Andrew Dietrich, I'm Kyle Smith. We'll see you next Saturday night here at Seven Bridges Ice Arena. But for now, please drive home safely.